America is the only way. Hello guys, this is J-Road and my review of Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Now, fair warning, spoilers, okay? And you say, but you can't spoil it, it's just it's a comic book. There are spoilers, and yes, I was really happy, especially with bits from the comic books, and I was just like, fangirling over certain things. I kid you not, like, okay, here's the basic layout. Hydra, you know how the U.S. straight up, like, said, hey, Nazi scientists, if you come work for us, we'll forgive you for your terrible war crimes. Well, supposedly that happens, then Hydra, of all things, ends up getting into S.H.I.E.L.D., and S.H.I.E.L.D's compromised, and from there, they try to take over the world. It's balls to the walls action, but totally still has a sequestered plot, and it's hilarious. But man, was there some really good moments in this. I think one of my favorites, like emotionally growing, the emotional growth of Captain when he gets back. There's this part where he straight up is with the girl from the first Captain America movie, and she's this old woman now, and she has Alzheimer's, and she's like, she's like talking to him, and then all of a sudden, she's like, Steve, when'd you get back? And it just grabs you by the balls. It's like, oh, emotional dick punch, yo. Oh, yeah. So as you can tell, I got my shield, because justice. And they did a fairly good job for people who don't know and who don't read the comics of the build-up of the Winter Soldier. I knew who it was, and if you read the comics, you all know who the Winter Soldier is. FYI, that's Bucky. Like, the only problem I had was supposedly in the movie he was changed by German scientists and not Soviet scientists, but he still has the red Soviet star on his arm, which kind of annoyed me. But the rest of it I could live with. I mean, I could say, well, plausibly, I can say, well, apparently, maybe he just got caught. Hydra was also taking part in trying to control Russia, and that's why, some people from Hydra were there. But that's a stretch. If they wrap it up that way, I will be more than pleased. And Falcon. Holy balls. Like, when I saw Falcon, I was like, yeah, like, if you like Falcon in the comics, you will probably like him in this movie. He's not as cocky and arrogant, but he's still pretty great. And Nick Fury, is there no more badass of a human being than Nick Fury? Like, just love him. Samuel L. Jackson's performance, like piece de resistance. Perfect. And I just gotta say, even though this was like in previous Marvel movies, there's been a lot of fan service with Black Widow. You can definitely say in this movie, lots of fan service for the ladies. I mean, there was quite a few shots where it was just purely for the guy who played for Captain's ass. Like, I kid you not. Not to say there isn't fan service for Black Widow. Like, there's moments and you're like, oh, well, that's cool, but then you're like, oh, well, then, yeah. And they had Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and they're the twins, like, straight up. They don't deny it, so I want to know if Ian McKellen is going to get to be their paternal father, which is Magneto. They are Magneto's children. So I don't know how they're going to work with that into there. But totally awesome. Yeah, so if you didn't know who that was at the end of that's Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. Supposedly the children of Magneto. Not sure how they're going to work that in. But hoping that they do. Oh, it was such a good movie. Like, I was expecting to go in there and just have a minimal plot, ideas, but no, it's actually pulled pulled stuff around. Like, Marvel has gotten their shit together and perfected the superhero movie, I think. And there'll be a new movie with the City of Ultron. It's pretty awesome. Goodness me, it was great. I don't care who you are. This is a great movie. Like, it's not as great as the first Captain America, but definitely almost as good. Yeah. I think some other ones are, yeah. So, that was my review of Captain America. On the rotor scale, I'll give it a 9 Americans out of 10 Americans. Fuck yeah! Yeah. It's pretty good. I definitely there was some shipping going on. Well, I shouldn't say shipping. Like they were playing it up like, and oh, did I tell you about the Stephen Strange bomb? Like, they dropped that bomb, and I'm so excited because now I'm pretty sure that Stephen, like, with all the other movies, you know how they slipped in little things to hint that they're going to do next one? But they did this, and by George, was I like, yeah. Oh, Stephen Strange, if you don't know, is Doctor Strange, who I have a rare Tomb of Dracula issue, by the way, that he's in. Hold on 1 second. I will go grab that for you. Should have probably had it right away, but it's right in here in my comics collection. Yes, I'm watching Ghost Rider, because I don't know what it was on, and I just left it on the TV, so go ahead and mock me for that. But, okay, Knight Rider's not too bad. Could be a lot worse things I could be watching. Static Shock. Right here. A very old school, very professional. The Tomb of Dracula with Doctor Strange. There's Dracula on the cover. Hold on. And there he is. Isn't that majestic? Doctor Strange! It's relatively good. Still only 25 cents. Yeah. It even has the approved by the Comics Code Authority. So it's a little dated. I mean, technically they're still doing that in the 90s, but... And Blades meets the most unexpected guest star of all. Yeah. Good shape. I keep it relatively good. But totally worth it. Yep. Oh, man. I am so excited. I am really, really excited. So if you don't know, that's his haps. So, definitely worth the admission price. You know, pretty standard superhero movie. You know what you're getting into, but if you're following the Marvel movies and you're like, I must see them all, this is definitely a must see. Personally, I think next to the first Cap movie, it's not as great, but it's definitely good. This has been my review of Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and I'm really hoping that they actually do just a winter. I would be astounded if they did it, but I would love to see just a Winter Soldier movie. Like, that would be the most phenomenal thing ever. I think the Winter Soldier would definitely get it. If he had his own movie, he does become a hero. And for those who aren't in the loop, later on, he becomes Captain America when Tony Stark shoots Captain America in the face. Because Tony Stark's a douchebag. Sorry. I love Captain America a lot. And when Tony Stark just, like, shoots him in the face, like, I was so pissed. And I almost, like, wanted to shred my copy of Marvel Civil War right there, but I didn't. you know what's really weird? I love that Doctor Strange is such a badass that he's like, oh, I gotta stay out of this fight, or I can totally screw stuff up. And the Watchers just talking to him. I think they were in the North Pole, but it was such a meta scene, you know? Like, he's so powerful. Yeah. So yeah, be sure to check out your stuff. And if you think, if you watch this movie and want to tell me what you think, post your comments below. I still think this movie deserves at least a 9 out of 10. There were some sketchy bits of plot hole, and I thought it was weird. Like, in my head, when they were going to destroy the 3 helicarriers, that they didn't just destroy one. I thought, well, what's the point? Why are they trying to rehack all these? And then they destroy the helicarriers by having the helicarriers destroy each other. So that makes sense. But yeah, it was one of the best movies. And he has one of the greatest speeches. Like, I kid you not, that speech was balls, man. Pretty balls. Pretty stellar. So, if you liked the movie, comment below why you liked it. If you didn't, then, well, you didn't. I mean, it's your opinion, man. This is J Road, and now I'm actually going to be signing off. License Plate Jacket Radio. Salute you, America! Yeah!